EnglishTim here. Today's video I'm covering the version 12 updates on King of Avalon. Now UAC is coming back, the Ultimate Alliance Conquest. So I thought I'd do a quick overview on the event for those of you who haven't played it for a while, and for those of you who've never played it, so there'll be a few of you that never have. You're seeing in the background, this is a mega rally from Figs trying to clear a player from taking out one of our towers. Now it's a great event, this one, so we're looking forward to seeing how the beta turns out, and hopefully they'll be pulling out the game for the rest of us very, very soon. If you're enjoying my content, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell to receive updates about my future videos. Otherwise, enjoy my recap on the changes in version 12. I'm going to just pick out the things I think are most interesting. So we'll see what the wizard trial is and imagine magic pumpkin to each other. I'm guessing that's a lot like the sort of friendship events they've had before. Now the new Draconic Stones. Now these have been in the solar version of the game for a while. These are now in the lunar version. It looks like they're a slightly souped up version of Draconic Stone 2. It does also mean that you're going to be able to bump your stats further and keep progressing. Now for me the most interesting part is whether you should be building Draconic Stone 2s or whether you should be getting the version 3. Now longer term you are going to have to ditch your version 2 stones. They will eventually become obsolete as the version 3 takes over, but the price, you can see it's 10 dragon scales for one offering versus 2 dragon scales for one offering for the primal scales level 2 instead of level 3. You may also want to consider this progress that you've made here. If you're very close to getting one of these awesome ones, I think the awesome stone here is still going to be more beneficial than a less awesome one of the level 3s. You can see that those are 60 elemental points for each of those rather than 20 for each of these, so it's a massive improvement. However, it will take you a very long time unless you're a big spender to get up to that level. Now compare that to the 60 elemental points you get for an exquisite version of this stone, as opposed to the 20 points you get for the intact versions. And if we do a comparison with the level 2, we've got 10 and 20. So again, you can see the increase is 3 times as high for the better version and twice as high for the other version. So you can quickly see how the extra value will be applied. The price is 5 times as great though, so these values being 5 times are not yet 5 times higher compared to the price. So what they've done previously is they've dropped the price per offering the longer that it's gone on, so you might want to save up your scales for a while. It's up to you on that one. It's an interesting debate to see whether or not you should make that change, but as I say, if you're really close to getting one of these stones, they're really great to have the 3 different types of elementals all in a single stone rather than only having the one. Now they've added extra chapters for the dragon trials, just as they've now improved the dragons, so if you've chopped out on your Merlin trial, you can go back in. Now the other interesting parts are the replacement of the Immortal Arcana in the Netherfall individual point rewards, so next time that comes around that will be beneficial. The Frost Arcana is upgrading from the original Immortal Arcanas, which have been gemstones for most of the free-to-players. If you're a big spender, you probably will already have the Frost Arcana full set. However, for the lower spenders, this is a nice improvement. And having it in the KVK as well, we have already completed 1 KVK, and if you waited for your rewards, as suggested by Abbas, then you will have got the Frost Arcana for the first time. Now they've also changed it in the gold event as well, which we're currently in, so you'll be starting to stack those up too. Now they've changed the tiers of Ascension in the trial shop. There used to be 3 available, and now they've merged them all into 1, apparently with more tiers of Ascension. And the alliance recommendation function's been improved, so if you're removing between alliances, presumably you'll see some different pop-ups. Now this is the one that interests most people. It's the Ultimate Alliance Conquest. Now if you only started the game sort of in 2021 or late 2020, you never will have seen this event, so there will be some players taking part in a beta in the next week or so, and hopefully somebody will be able to post some video on the event. So this is the Ultimate Alliance Conquest as it was when it was last running. You can see that it matches you against a number of different kingdoms, and you have a number of towers that you have to protect effectively. So your enemy alliances will have these towers. You can see them here, and they're going to do an equivalent. It's not going to be an alliance tower, it's going to be a specific tower for this event that you can place wherever you wish. Now what I'm showing you here is this is how a great defense was going back in the day when they were last playing. They have covered off every single spot all the way around for a huge distance, so anybody coming in to attack their towers had to come from a massive distance away. It's not impossible, you can speed march in, but for rallies and the like it takes a really long time to get there. So what they were doing is making it just much more difficult. Now this is a comparison. Our towers were right next to the forest during this event, so the distance to travel was a lot less, so taking the towers was easy. However, once they were there, they were in the Forbidden Forest, which meant if they took a loss, they would be sent home. So they were weak to attack, however they also were much closer to our towers. So you need to decide where you're going to place your towers. You're going to put them in the middle of your alliance, you're going to try and make it a really long way to come in, or you're just going to rely on big fighters to defend it. If you've got really powerful players, you might well be able to defend all your towers anyway. So this is more footage from the last UAC. Now if I recall, you can only ever be in one tower at any one time, so if you've got 6 towers, if you don't have 6 uber players in your alliance, you won't be able to defend them all simultaneously against really powerful players. You can knock out the power players one at a time and then start filling them again. So it is beneficial to try and keep your towers away from trouble if possible, and if you've got a lot of bigger players that will definitely help. Now you can see we also had to defend sort of our dragon spirit altar and other buildings, so it was kind of a mishmash of which buildings you had to protect. I think it's actually going to be better now having just a single building type that's specific to this event. It'll save any confusion and you'll all know where to put it. You won't have to rearrange your alliance every time UAC comes around. So it's a good fun event. You need to, as I say, tack to steal the ore inside of a tower. There's 100,000 ore in each tower when it starts. If you attack, you can drain their ore and that gives you points, or if you defend your own towers, that will help give you points as well. So you'll have people going out to attack other alliances. You'll also then have people sticking at home to try and stop you losing your towers. It's actually quite a tricky balancing act to make sure that you don't have all your best players out taking on other kingdoms and having no one at home. So it's and it's a long event. It used to run 24 hours, so you would just keep going out and doing things, keep checking those towers. Unfortunately, you get zeroed, but the troops at that time you could heal for free. You just needed to wait or spend gold. So I would assume they'll do a similar thing. So you can take some time off and just let your troops heal, and then come back later for the lower spenders. Bigger spenders, I'm guessing, will be throwing a lot of gold at this event. So update 12 is a really interesting one. Let's see how fast they can roll out the beta, how successful it is, and then see where the rest of us come for taking on the UAC. I'm in the middle of my Ultimate Fighting Guide, so anyone who wants to go through an A to Z of everything you need to know to fight from day one, then please do check out the playlist. And otherwise, if you want to check out my other videos, I've got fight videos and all sorts of different how-tos to help you to grow your account. I cover Solar and Lunar. So if you're enjoying my content, do click that subscribe button and click on the notification bell to receive updates about my future videos. Otherwise, smash that like button, and I look forward to you joining me on my next video.
King of Avalon, play now.